Georgia Congressman Andrew Clyde is issuing a warning to American parents. Watch this.
Through the Democrats' empty promise guise of affordable child care, this legislation would actually drive child care prices through the roof, forcing middle-class families to spend roughly $13,000 more per year.
And Congressman Clyde is on the House Oversight Committee and the Homeland Security Committee. He joins us now. Congressman, welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you very much, Lindsay, Mercedes. It's a pleasure to be with you.
All right, so a lot going on at Capitol Hill. We just talked to Logan talking about how Nancy Pelosi seemed pretty positive at the beginning of this day after talks last night, late into the night, that she thought this Build Back Better plan was going to get through the House and this infrastructure bill was actually going to go to President Biden's desk. We're seeing now that may not be the case. You know, Nancy Pelosi, she's known for being able to whip her party well. She knows how to get her caucus in line, but her strategy, this is the third time it hasn't worked. What's happening?
I think they're pretty stalled right now. You know, we had a vote on the floor this morning. It is now the longest vote in recorded history. It was a motion to adjourn, and now we have the rule on the House floor. And Republicans, I think, in a brilliant move, they challenged it with a point of order, a valid point of order, in saying that you cannot bring a rule to the floor without that violates the point of order from the 1974 Budget Act, which says that any particular unfunded mandate over $50 million, all right, you can't bring a rule to the floor with that. And we don't have a CBO score, so we don't really know if there's an unfunded mandate over $50 million or not. The rule was validated, and so now we've got a vote on the floor that's stalled, and Republicans are winning that vote. If we win that vote, then the rule does not go forward, and we don't vote on that rule. So we don't know what's going to happen. The Democrats don't know what's going to happen right now, and so they're all just in a tizzy.
So you also say, Congressman, that this legislation would actually drive child care prices through the roof. How is that the case, and why is this not being more publicized?
Well, you know, I think it's because when the federal government starts giving things away for free, when you get free child care, then prices just go up. And it would basically start putting smaller businesses out of business, and you would just get an increase in price of it's like when college has gone up in price because the federal government is paying for more of college. When the federal government pays for anything, it just goes up in price.
Congressman, I want to bring up something you said because I want our viewers to truly understand. Normally, the Congressional Budget Office, they score some of these things and say, hey, this is how much it's going to cost the economy. Is it worth it? Obviously, that's what the moderates are waiting for here. We don't have that number. The CBO office is saying, hey, it's not going to be ready till probably Thanksgiving. But as I mentioned at the top, the Wharton School of Business, they've come out and said that the White House got this number wrong. It's actually going to be double in the $3 trillion, and it will not help boost the economy. Exactly what the Biden administration is saying it will do. How is there this big of a disparity?
Well, you know, I just don't trust what President Biden says. You know, he said that this bill actually costs nothing, and as we can see, you know, they're saying $1 or $2 trillion. Now, the Wall Street Journal comes out and says $4 trillion. You know, it's going to add about $1 trillion in taxes, and then about $3 trillion in debt. So, you know, the numbers are all over the place here. What we need is a Congressional Budget Office score on this bill. And I applaud the Democrats for holding out for a CBO score. The American people need to know what the most expensive bill in the history of our government is actually going to cost.
I couldn't agree more. Well, Congressman, we'll be keeping a close eye on this. Thanks for your insights tonight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right.